Yeah, I got an idea, and I'm going to be taking this bike out later for a little ride, and I'm sure everything, the lights on it, shit work. But got a little idea for a little club, which might be cool. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it's I haven't started in a while, but I'm going to take it out this afternoon. Probably take the camera with me too. But I got a little idea for a club, and I think it might be a cool idea because there's all these bad things associated with motorcycle people and blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? So I got an idea, and think about Healers MC, Healers MC, and you know the one drug that ought to be pushed around that's going to heal people is marijuana oil, right? And think about it. Think about it. What you really need is the public support. And if you're curing cancer and all kinds of weird shit, Parkinson's and whatever the hell it is, hey, you know, there could be some really old riders that have been around from the 60s, got Parkinson's, can't ride anymore. Give them marijuana oil. Thing is, when you do something, you want to be just about it. You want to be righteous. That's the whole game. It ain't about money. It's about righteousness. Fair play. Sticking with, you know, your own people, you know, your brothers and sisters, sticking with them all the way. Not a bunch of phony talk. This isn't church. This is the real world. So, I know I'm probably going to take this bike out, but I got an idea because that's the way I look at it. That's one thing I believe in a lot is healing. And the one that keeps us from healing is these professional dorks and the man, quote unquote, right? I like that idea behind Healers MC because, first off, I think a lot of things in the United States have gotten away from, you know, the hardcore tradition, you know, honor, integrity. And when you're fighting for something, it ain't just about money. It's about, you know, honor, integrity, and doing the right thing, justice, and all that type of thing. Yeah, it's about money, too. It's always about money, too. Can't ignore it, and I don't ignore reality. Actually, a lot of times, when people get the squeeze on them, it is about money. It is. It's like their economic conditions are so bad and stuff like that. But I like the idea behind that, you know, Healers MC. Because, you know, one of the things, too, that, you know, with a lot of things, and I know the biker element is kind of like, I don't know what the hell it is, to tell you the truth. It's a mixture of things. It's got all kinds of gray areas, and you really don't know what the hell it is. But, you know, if you're actually going to be fighting the establishment and the professional dorks over bullshit, I think that's a damn way to do it. Good way to go about it, for one thing. And, you know, of any type of illegal quote-unquote drug out there that actually is a major boon to healing people, it's not actually marijuana itself. It's the oil. It's the oil. Cures cancer. You know, Rick Simpson. I heard that years ago. I know about that. I mean, I know about what it does with Parkinson's disease. I know, like, even if you eat the plant raw, it does stuff. You know, if they had this, I know it's a big racket. I know that. But, you know, I'm going to say this, too. You know, that's why sometimes the outlaw image, its quote-unquote outlaw image, is sometimes respected by some people. Depends on who they are. But, you know, and a lot of times I find these quote-unquote Christians, and I'll say quote-unquote Christians because I think they're false as all hell. Like, if you take the story of Jesus, which I got doubts about, you know, and it could have been taken from the Egyptians, and I don't know what the hell they did, you know. I mean, these stories they got into, but say, you know, the whole idea behind it is, and what he said all makes sense to me. So, I mean, I'm not knocking anything, you know, what Jesus said, because what he said makes sense, you know, about, you know, how you should treat other people and all that type of stuff, and the different things he did makes a lot of sense. But a lot of these Christians, man, they hide behind that stuff like crazy. And you know what? They're the biggest supporters of the real devils on the top. I see that. They are. Oh, man. They're educated in medical terminology, man. They got an ego on them and shit like that. They go to church. Meantime, they poison the shit out of people. You know, and they think they're God on earth because they're attorneys and CPAs and stuff. They're bullshit. They're bullshit. Actually, you know, the type of Christians they got, some of them, depends on who it is. I mean, I could say that about all kinds of gray areas with Christians, but sometimes they would be the guys that would be, working with the Pharisees. Doing the exact opposite what they say they are all about. Totally the opposite. But I like this idea behind Healers MC. And actually, if you're going to fight the man, you got to be just about it. And first off, you don't want to ever, ever, ever in a million years fight the man directly or pick a fight with the man. What you are going to do is help other people. Give them something they need. It's not like don't be an idiot and get out there and try to get in the man's face and say, oh yeah. What a stupid thing to do, Because actually I can tell you right now, something like medicinal marijuana was being distributed by people. And, I don't know how to grow a damn plant. I don't have a green thumb, I mean, I got like a oil grease thumb. I can turn wrenches. As far as growing anything, I don't know how to do it. But as if you're not going to piss off the man, and the average cop realizes you're doing some really just stuff, they ain't going to normally, a lot of them ain't going to go after you anyway. So I think this would be the thing to do, because you got to remember, like, we got United States. I mean, yeah, stuff's about money, but it's gotten to the point where it's like extreme greed. I mean, damn well you need money. There's no bullshitting around about that. But a lot of things got into extreme greed. Even like the outlaw biker gang type thing got into extreme greed. Got into the drug business to the max. Organized crime got into extreme greed. If you look back, as Alex Jones throws around that term, the mafia, left and right. But you know what? That wasn't what it was about. It was just like in Japan and stuff, and and also in China and different other areas. People learned martial arts to protect themselves. It was like a code of honor and self-preservation against people, a tyrannical, unjust thing that people were put under. So if you start playing around like you're big rich big shot or some shit like that, and you're solely about money, and that ain't what it's about anyway. So I kind of like this idea about Healers MC. I don't know. I think it's a cool thing, and maybe get some damn doctors involved with it, because there are some really good doctors and nurses and LPNs and all this other stuff. Because I think it's time for the medical community actually to revolt. Because when Obamacare comes down, we're going to have commie-care. You know what I mean? Communist care. They're not going to give a shit about nothing except pushing drugs and controlling people. That's all they're about. And, there's some stuff from nature. I know they got it today. They got it as, marijuana actually is getting more and more legal everywhere. So that's one good thing. So, maybe especially in the states that have actually pushed gotten it really legal, that might be a damn good thing for, distribution of marijuana oil, via motorcycle clubs, be make it a little more fun, you know what I mean? And, there ain't, it's almost like, I don't even want to knock the cops or nothing, but, the cops can't exist and have honor, too, if they aren't fighting something bad. So if you're doing something essentially very good and making a couple bucks at it, it's like the cops really ain't going to be against you too much. They shouldn't be. Because basically what the problem is we got some freaking professional Poindexter $100 word jerks that are pushing freaking pharmaceutical chemicals on people because they got a nice racket going. In actuality, real drug dealers are in the medical community. They are. That's the reality behind it. But something only works and only something actually gets prestige and honor if the individuals in it are actually like that. So, you got to remember, number one goal is, it ain't all about money. Money is an essential element, but it ain't all about money. It's about integrity, honor, doing the right thing. So, I like the idea behind Healers MC, man. I think it's a fucking awesome idea. So, I don't know. I got some people I'm trying to get involved in it, but they used to ride and they don't ride anymore and shit. But who the hell knows? Maybe.